Glad to see Tom's back. I enjoy old guitars because it's a hunt. It's a passion. It's like unearthing something. You feel like you're Indiana Jones. Every guitar that comes out of a case represents a kid's dream in music. It's not about stuff. It's about being a custodian of something that's been in existence longer than you have. Let's see. Ah, very nice. I like the neck profiles. Very convincing. This is very nice. I know there's been a few versions of the 59 reissue and one more authentic than the next, but this is by far the closest one I've seen. Every guitar that's ever been produced with nitrocellulose lacquer is going to age differently. So there's not going to be one that's the same. It's just how it is. You know, it's like when you look at the headstock and when you look at the checking on the body, you know, it looks like it's from years and years of going in and out of hot and cold temperature. So, and the scratches, you know, they resemble what would happen to a guitar. You get a couple of latch bites or, you know, whatever, and, you know, you hit it against the amp. A lot of times with aging, it goes to an extreme, and you see guitars that are aged here. It's like your arm doesn't get down there, you know? So this looks very, very authentic, like it was, you know, been played and loved and not abused for 62 years. So it's really, really cool. And one of the tells, you can almost tell these blindfolded, is on the old guitars, they have a ping acoustically, you know? We just play up here. And this has the ping. And then they roar, as they should. First time I ever handled a 59 Les Paul was at the Fall Philly show in 1993. And at the time, they were asking, you ready for it? $12,500. Somebody had taken this beautiful 59 Les Paul, it was a plain top, and somebody had modified it and put a Stratocaster tremolo. But I've seen old Les Pauls that have been converted to basses, where this piece is moved back here, the neck's been cut down, and they make a 4-string bass. I've seen them with master volumes added and extra pickups. It's amazing what people do to a good guitar. But again, it's their guitar, and they didn't think it was going to be valuable. Nobody had a crystal ball, because if they had a crystal ball and they knew this would be multiples of hundreds of thousands of dollars, they would all be mint, because nobody would have touched them. I'll tell you, the binding makes all the difference. It really does. It doesn't feel new. It's my favorite SG. Yeah. And this is a very nice Polaris white. They were fun to buy when they were $3,500. You know what I mean? It's like the most coveted SG of this era with this tailpiece is the 64. And I have mine. I believe this to be a 63, probably a late 63. Very, very nice. You know, we should offer these in 2 options: heel crack or non-heel crack. Get Tom to break it and then glue it back together. Put a heel crack in it, like most of them. Wow, this is great. That's really good Pelham. That's very convincing. And it's got a little tint of green in it. See, like, this is already my favorite. Why? It's heavy. I like it. Here we have the Snakebite, my 1959 Les Paul, serial number 9, 1948. And this wonderful Murphy-aged 1959 reissue. The most impressive thing I've seen today is the authenticity of the neck shape and the feel of the binding on the neck. That is really what makes you want to play these old ones, you know? Oh, blonde dot. This I'm interested to see. Blonde ones are really interesting because I have one that was found in a barn that's really patinaed, but it checked this way. Very rarely do you see them chevron checked like that. So the fact that you guys nailed the checking going this way. Anyway, this is a great guitar. Really great guitar. I mean, it blooms really great. I could bring mint guitars over here from the 50s and early 60s, and the edges feel real sharp. It's because they're mint and they're unplayed. So the fact that you've been able to capture the played-in feel on a new guitar is something that in the history of aging hasn't been done. You just want to go. Everybody, get your Mike Bloomfield on. I remember when I got my first guitar, you pop that case and you're like, oh my God. It represents a dream that anybody can pick one of these things up and go, you know what, if I just believe in myself, I can do this, you know? And look at this guy. Odd last name, a voice like Kermit the Frog, and questionable note choices. If I can do it, anybody can. What's not to like? It's that attention to detail. It may not mean something to everybody, but it's going to mean something to a valued customer who's stayed with the brand for as long as they've been playing guitar. The hard work pays off, and this really shows. This has been Joe Bonamassa, Pontificus Maximus, as they say, signing off. I figured I'd give it an ending.